Hi everybody, this is Shiva Biram signing in, and I am here to explain you a few examples regarding isometric views. Here I am with an example. So we are given the orthographic views as shown in this diagram. This is the front view, and we know that in the front view we are going to have x and z z measurements. The x length is given as 50 and z is 45. And from the right side view we are going to have the dimensions of y and z. Z already we know, and the length of y is given as 40 units. So once we have got x, y and z dimensions, we can construct the cube, cuboid. That is y, this is x, and the vertical one is z axis. Here we have to consider the front view in this direction because we are given the right side view. So this will be the z coordinate, z axis. That will be x, 50 units, z 45 and y as 40. This is the front view that we have to consider here. Next, let us draw the front view which is given here onto the cuboid that we have constructed. I am drawing this shape here. The thickness is given as 10 units here. And whatever dotted lines are there in the front view are going to indicate the circular holes. The diameter of the circular holes is given as 15 units. And from the top view, it is clear that the radius of the semicircle is 20 units. So once we have represented the front view, we can erase the unwanted lines here. And next we have to draw the corresponding top view and side view onto this. So here the top view consists of on to the xy plane one circular hole and one semicircle. The center is we have to locate the center, which is at a distance of 30 units from the first end. I am locating the midpoints of that rectangle. So that gives the center. With that center, we have to draw the isocircle of diameter 15 mm. So how to draw this isocircle? Already we have done one previous session. There you can learn how to draw the isocircles in different planes. Here we are drawing in XY plane. So I am keeping a length of 15 units there. I am completing the rectangle here along X and Y directions such that the length of this rhombus, I mean the side of each is 15 units, that is the diameter of the hole. We have to draw all these things very lightly because all these things are to be erased afterwards. So once the rhombus is completed, we have to identify the shortest diagonal and therefrom join midpoints onto the opposite. All these things we have seen in the previous session. And next, with that length, we have to construct the arcs in order to have the isocircles. Once we have the practice, it would be very comfortable to draw these isocircles. Not with that much difficult. If the smaller lengths, you can go with the freehand. So those smaller lengths, you can go for drawing with freehand. Next, the next part is we have to construct the semicircle which is given here. The center is the same. For this semicircle also the center is the same. And in order to consider the semicircle, we have to consider the rectangle, the rhombus as shown. And it's in the same way join the midpoints from the corners of the shortest diagonal. And that is the semicircle we have to construct. So that gives us the semicircle for the top layer of this particular XY plane. And in order to develop for the bottom layer, we have to shift the points, that point to 10 units in the downward direction. All these 3 points we have to move in the downward direction by 10 units. So it's very simple. And once we move those 3 points, join in order to construct the semicircle for the bottom layer. Similarly, come to this portion. Let me finish it. Here, these 3 points again, they are to be moved downwards by 1 unit, all these points. So, along the z direction, we have to move by 10 units because the thickness of this particular bottom portion is 10 units only. So, that is also by 10 units. And join with that part as center, with this dot as center, complete the arc with that length as radius. So this will give a systematic approach to construct the semicircle for the top and bottom layers of this particular top view. So once we feel that the construction is over, you can make it darken and remove the unwanted lines. So once we complete the bottom portion, let us dark and after that we can erase, if you want you can erase the unwanted line so that the diagram appears clearly. And in order to develop the side view, we have to locate the center again here, because in the side view also we are going to have one circular hole and one semicircle. the circular hole is going to be centered at a distance of 15 units. So that distance is 15 units from the bottom, from that line. So that is 25 and this is 15. And we have to repeat the same procedure. So we have to locate 15 units of length onto the center line. And construct a rhombus in that particular plane, that is YZ plane. So if we use the drafter and all these instruments, it will be comfortable, and the accuracy will be the level of accuracy will be more. Here I am constructing the rhombus in order to draw the isocircle in that plane. So once the rhombus is completed, from the corners of the shortest diagonal, join onto the midpoints. Repeat the same procedure we have done earlier and draw the isocircle in that plane. So that short length can be drawn with the free hand because compass may not be fitting into that. So the front portion of the side view, this one is. Similarly, we have to construct the semicircle. From the same center, we have to construct a rhombus having a length of 20 units because the radius of the semicircle is 20 units. So once the rhombus is completed, again from the shortest diagonal corners, join onto the midpoints. Complete the semicircle, complete the arc first. So complete that portion also. So that will be the semicircle. In the same way, we have to construct the semicircle bottom layer also of the side view. Let me show you once again how to locate those 3 points. So once the front portion is completed, always we need to focus on to the 3 points. So in order to develop the semicircle, on to the back layer of this side view, so the 3 points. So this is point number 1, which lies 10 units ahead in y direction. Similarly, sorry, x direction. So those 3 points will be towards x direction. Once the 3 points are located, complete the arc. Next, again locate the 3 points for this portion. Similarly, these 3 points also will be along x direction. That is point number 1. Similarly, that point and the third point. So once we locate these 3 points, complete the arc. Here the diameter of the hole is given as 15 units, whereas the thickness of this anchor in the side view is 10 units. Hence, a small projection is going to appear of this hole, that is 15 mm hole, from the back layer also. So that small portion will appear from the back layer. So in order to do that, again locate these 3 points 10 mm along x direction. So from here 10 units and again 10 units. Next. So once these 3 points are located, so that portion is going to represent the circular hole from the back layer of the side view. And once the things are over, completely erase the line so that the picture will appear in a clear way. So that is how we have to represent the diagram. This concludes the session. In the next coming classes, I am going to give you some more examples regarding engineering drawing. I would be very much delighted to subscribe to my channel and give your comments and feedback, so that is going to encourage me and help me a lot in making the videos which would be useful to the students. Thank you very much for watching my videos, and this is Shiva Biram signing off.